I'm Gary Collins, and I've been living at Middleturn for exactly 1 year. It's one of a group of three houses, the Turn, Middleturn, and Turn End, by the architect Peter Aldington in the village of Haddenham. Peter and his wife Margaret are my next door neighbours in Turn End. I first saw Peter's work when I was a student in Dundee. During a construction lecture, a couple of slides popped up showing details of Turn End, and I was so inspired that I jumped on an overnight train and knocked on the office door looking for a place to work on my year out. The 2 short years I worked there were probably the most influential in my own career. The three houses were self-built by Peter and Margaret in 1967 in what was a mature garden plot with planning permission for three houses. Rather than maximising the plot as the approval, Peter's layout carefully arranges each house around existing trees to create a private entrance courtyard. Middle Turn is accessed from the courtyard past high rendered walls topped with roof tiles. This detail echoes the tradition of Haddenham, whose paths and boundaries are defined by walls of witchert. Being dried mud, traditional witchert walls were built with a protective cap of pan tiles to throw water clear. At Middleturn, the white rendered walls define both internal and external spaces. Large glass windows and doors allow light to enter from each aspect, creating an extraordinary and ever-changing sense of space, whilst constantly connecting you with gardens. Reception spaces are linked, open, single-storey and two-storey volumes around a private courtyard garden and separated by meticulously detailed built-in storage units. Materials are plain and unadorned concrete block and softwood throughout. Structure and construction are immediately apparent through their expressive detailing. The low scale and prominent fireplace and chimneys in many ways roots this property in its village setting, and yet the execution is entirely contemporary without a hint of suburbia. What is particularly impressive is the way the garden spaces that Peter has created for himself flow and unfold in a series of outdoor rooms. Having worked for the practice over 30 years ago, it feels like a dream come true to have come full circle and actually be living in Middle Turn.